My jeweler told me 284 children died trying to mine these earrings. Incredible.
Já te pedi, até insisti, pra não chegares perto.
I volunteer to teach people about Congo. However, I need every single one of you to help me get this video to everyone. So, what is the main issue in Congo? Congo has the world's largest mineral reserves. Congo also has the world's largest cobalt reserve. Cobalt is a very valuable mineral, but Congo does not have the capacity to protect itself from vulture capitalists. So what happens, it is targeted by some of the worst companies and human beings possible for its minerals. So here's the thing. Cobalt is a mineral that is used in every single device that is chargeable. If that device has a battery, if you can charge that phone, that device, that anything, then it has cobalt. So we're talking about phones, tablets, laptops. We're talking about electric cars. We're talking about planes. We're talking about commercial vehicles. All of those equipments and machinery have cobalt in them. So here's what happens. So when companies want to make extremely large profit margins, what they do is they make sure that the raw material that they're getting is as cheap as possible. And that is what is happening in Congo. In doing that, they are displacing people, killing people, kidnapping, human trafficking, all the above. How do they do this? So these companies are literally funding a militia group called M23. M23 is armed and completely sponsored to cause havoc in Congo. In causing havoc in Congo, what they do is they commit every single atrocity known to human beings and then displace those people. Of course, the government of Congo is going to try and retaliate. In retaliating, causes war. If they cause war, people flee. If people flee, they leave the land that has the cobalt and these companies benefit. And that is how they are doing it. Now, there are few perpetrators that I have found because I have my notes and I've done my research. So these perpetrators are including number 4. Number 4 on the list is every single big tech company that you know of. That is Samsung, iPhone, X, Tesla, Boeing. Every single company that manufactures every single thing that has cobalt is number 4 on the list. Who is number 3 on the list? Number 3 on the list is China. China has its own cobalt reserve. However, China wants to dominate the industry of cobalt mining. How do they do that? They invest in Congo. And by investing, they try to acquire as much land that has cobalt. You see where I'm going with this, right? Then, number 2 on the list is, to no one's shock whatsoever, United States of America. You guessed it. Of course, they've never been the good guys. You thought they were. They've never been the good guys. The government of the United States of America, particularly the Department of Defense in the US, tries to acquire as much cobalt as possible. Then number 1 on the list is a company called Glencore. Glencore. Glencore is so bad that the United States of America thinks of it as a competitor, so they try to get rid of it. Glencore is so corrupt, and oh, by the way, Glencore is the biggest, emphasis on biggest, largest cobalt miner in the world. They are the devil incarnation. They are the reason Congo is suffering. That is how big and horrible that company is, to a point where USA tried to become a hero. And of course, US just wants to beat China in the domination of cobalt in the entire world. So they had to intervene to look like the good guys. We know them. They've never been that great. However, Glencore is horrible, okay? And I need you guys to go and do more research on Glencore. They've been taken to court. That is how serious it is. Then we have Dan Gatla. I'll write his name somewhere. This guy has been sanctioned by the US government for causing corruption and causing mayhem. The mayhem I was just talking about, M23. Yeah, these are some of the culprits. So here's the thing. There's also the shareholders of these big companies, the ones I've just named. They're also culprits because they knew if you're going to start a company, if you're going to work in a company, you need to do your research. In doing the research, they must have figured out where the cobalt was coming from and how they were achieving it at an extremely cheap price. Also, we've all been fooled, because guess what? We are buying phones at extremely expensive prices while they're literally buying their raw materials at close to nothing.
with an STI is a reality in Congo.
Good morning. Thank you for this video. Go back and watch for the full context. I'm going to let you know this is not going to be a great story, so if you're triggered, I wouldn't watch this video. I want to add a little bit more context to what she was talking about. This is every day for me. This is not an isolated incident. When you Google the statistical reports, it says 48 women per hour are raped here in this country. Guess where that is happening? In the displacement camps where these people are taking refuge, where they're running away from where they already were raped, where their villages were burnt to the ground and their husbands were murdered in front of them and their children were raped in front of them. And then they're coming to the camps and it's happening all over again to them. It's not 48 women per hour like the statistics say. It's far more than that. But those types of statistics are hard to gather because most women don't want to talk about that. They're too ashamed, or they feel like, what's the point? You're not going to help me. Or they're afraid because some of those people are the ones doing it to them. So it's far more than 48 women per hour. And it's not just women. It's little children, little boys and girls being gang raped by groups of grown men because it's called a war tactic. They do it on purpose because they want these people to be dead inside so that what is happening here can continue to happen, because they feel like as long as they make the people feel dead inside, they will never try and fight back. So please don't stop talking about Congo, please. If you needed a reason to smile today, take a minute and watch this video. The reason these women are celebrating and they're so happy and they're jumping for joy is because they get to move into their own shelters today. They're excited to move into these temporary emergency shelters built out of a few materials because they were living outside and it rains every single night. So they were getting rained on. You see their little bit of babies on their back? They were sleeping outside. And because really generous and kind people like yourselves donated to Focus Congo, so we had the money to build them all these tents. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing what the collective can do when we all come together and care? Some of you only donated like $5 and it still made a difference. These people have their own homes. You see these smiles? You see these smiles?
TikTok is going to try and suppress this video, but I'm going to try anyway. So what if I told you that there's a way we can help Congo while sitting at home using our phones? Here's how we're going to do it. So because cobalt is the biggest mineral that is affecting Congo right now, I've identified 3 companies that are using cobalt, the most popular ones, which is Samsung, iPhone, and Tesla. Those 3 companies knew what was happening from the beginning. We didn't know what was happening. When we were buying our phones, we did not know what was happening. When we were flying using planes, we did not know what was happening. They knew, but they still continued to use them. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go to the comment section of Samsung, iPhone, and Tesla and give them facts about Congo. I'm not telling you to insult them. I know insulting them will be fun, but I'm not telling you to insult them. I need you to go and create awareness on their pages, on their social media pages, every single platform, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, everywhere. Go and spam them with facts about Congo, which means every single one of us is going to have to go and do research about Congo. If you can find the names of the people who have died because of this cobalt mining, go and put their names there. Ask them questions and engage with Samsung content by asking them. If you see an influencer unboxing any Samsung, any iPhone, or showcasing any Tesla, do the necessary over there. Now, also another thing is, if you want to donate to Congo, kindly, there are 4 people you need to be looking at. I'm going to tag them on the caption right here. Okay, so there's Focus Congo, Friends of Congo, Joy, and Poppy Orion. Poppy Orion. I have the list right here. I did my research. Kindly go and follow those people and engage with them. Engage with this video, blow it up as much as possible so we get the word out on what we're going to do with these companies. Also engage with these 4 people. Like I said, I'm going to tag them so that we can go follow them, because they give you information about Congo, because they are in Congo using their hands. Please go and donate to them. They're the most verified, and if you're donating to any other platform, please verify that these people are actually genuine and they're not just using your money for their own gain. I am very much aware that those 3 companies are not the only responsible companies for mining cobalt. However, they're the most popular, and if you go for the big 3, guess what happens to the rest? They're going to start trembling. And here are the hashtags we're going to use. Number 1, focus on Congo. 2, accountability for Congo, and hands off Congo. Those are the 3 hashtags we're going to use to spread awareness. Okay, now we're also going to go to any single page, any single person's video who is talking about Congo, and then we're going to tag the 3 companies through and through and through, because we need to create awareness of why they are the most responsible.